when you do the effective tax burden on the average Ghanaian, you look at, I mean, you are in the top end, you pay 25%, assuming you spend 60% of your disposable income on consumption, you look at the layers of taxes. VAT, 12.5%, GET Fund, NHL, this, COVID levy, this levy, that levy, and you put everything together, you are hitting in excess of 60%. When you look at all these things, there is no breathing space for the average Ghanaian. It gets worse for those who are on pension and their livelihood is on the strength of the law from SNIT and maybe latter generation tier 2. Because they are on fixed pension and they are impacted much more. Remember, not every Ghanaian who retires at the age of 60 gets ex-gratia, regardless of how you describe it and justify it. But the average teacher who teaches for 30 years, he goes home with practically nothing. And I'll share something with you. When I went to my village and I saw this man walking by the road, and he actually was stopping my car. I was wondering where he got that boldness from. When I stopped Samson, this was my teacher in GSS 1. GSS 1. In fact, when I went to GSS, there were only 2 teachers. So those of us in GSS 1, there was no one taking care of us because they had to handle GSS 2 and then GSS 3. I went to GSS, my biggest problem was how to read. Of course, typical from Ashanti region where they use tree to explain adverb. This man told me he had gone on pension. And when he mentioned the amount to me, I almost wept. The little I could do immediately was to give the malt I was going to take to him and ask him to join me in my car. This is somebody who has labored for over 30 years.